Alright, first video of the year, so please bear with me. This one might be a little shaky at first. Today we're talking about transformations, in particular, translations and reflections. So now, a translation, it's also called a slide. It's a transformation that moves each point in a figure the same distance and in the same direction. So, first, before we start translating functions, we're going to start by translating just a point. To review, a point is an ordered pair with an x-coordinate and a y-coordinate. Over here on our coordinate plane, the horizontal axis, that's our x-axis, and the vertical axis is the y-axis. So we're going to translate point 32, 2 units to the right and 4 units down. And then we're looking for what the new coordinates are of the translated point. So we are first going to graph point 32. And simple enough, we're going to go 2 units to the right, and then we're going to go 4 units down, and we're going to plot the new point. And then we're going to label it as well. So the new coordinates are 5, -2. Now what I want you to notice, and what I want you to put in your notes, is that when we are translating left or right, our x-coordinate is the one that's changing. See, the 3, our x-coordinate here, that's the one that changed. And I'm going to plot this new point here, because this is where we ended up at. So it's our x that's being added to. Now when you translate up or down, it's our y-coordinate that's changing. Starting with this point, 5, 2, and we went down 4, so I added a -4. And our y is the one that's changing for that. With reflecting, reflections is, think of it as flips. It's a transformation that flips the figure across a line called the line of reflection. And then each reflected point will be the same distance from the line of reflection. The line of reflection is like the line of symmetry. So, let's reflect point 32 over the y-axis. So we're going to plot point 32. And then now the y-axis is going to be our line of symmetry. So I'm going to put that in there. This is our line of symmetry. We want to be even on both sides. We are 3 units away from the y-axis. So on this side, we're going to be 3 units away as well. And I can just plot that point. Now notice that when we're flipping it over the y-axis, it's our x-coordinate that is changing. 3 went to a -3. So all that's happening is that our x-coordinate is becoming negative, multiplied by the -1. And now, if we reflect it over the x-axis, so the x-axis is going to be our line of symmetry. I'm going to draw that in. Let's plot our new point. 3, 2. We're 2 units away from this, so we're going to go 3, -2. We can plot that. So what happens in this one? All that's happening is that our y-coordinate, the 2, is the one that's being multiplied by -1 and changing to a -y. Again, make sure that you guys get these in your notes too. So translating functions. Translate y equals f of x, wow, 3 units down. So here's our function. We need to translate this whole thing 3 units down. So, easiest way to do that is we're going to identify our key points. Where does it cross through at where we can find points? And we need to know where does it turn at. So, I picked these 4 points and then plot them and label them. And then I'm just going to move each point individually down and graph new points. So move it down 3. Plot a point, move it down 3. And then we can just draw in, we can connect the points and draw in our new function. So now we're going to we're reflecting functions. I'll reflect y equals f of x across the x-axis. What is our line of symmetry? It's going to be the x-axis. We're reflecting across this axis. Identify key points and find the coordinates again. Same function from the last one, so I identified the key points already. For this, I'm gonna make a table of my points because just to keep it organized, because it's easy. Because recall from a couple minutes ago that when we're reflecting across the x-axis, it's our y-coordinate that's going to be multiplied by -1. So -y, and then all I'm doing is taking this y-coordinate and multiply by -1. So 7 turns into -7, 2, -2, 2, -2, and -2 to 2. And then, so our new points would be -5, -7, -2, -2, so on. So I can plot these new points and graph it and connect them and make my new function. Draw my line, and look at that. I put in my line of reflection. It crosses right there. Perfect. And it's reflected across the x-axis. So, I hope I didn't do too bad. And I hope you guys took some notes.